Carbon is the element of life as the building block behind almost all living things, including 18% of our bodies by weight. Now, when we combine it with the most common element in the universe, hydrogen, we get hydrocarbons. These molecules make up the gasoline in our vehicles and the plastic everywhere, even though they're just clumps of hydrogen and carbon. So in this video, we will go over what hydrocarbons are, how their structure affects their behavior, and why we use them for fuel. Since hydrocarbons are just carbon and hydrogen, we classify them by looking at how many bonds there are between the carbon atoms. The most simple are the alkanes, such as propane, which are chains of carbon bonded together by a single bond. If we add another bond, we get alkenes, such as propylene. When we add one more, we get alkynes, such as propyne. However, since hydrocarbons usually don't have multiple double and triple bonds, the longer chains will sometimes alternate this pattern. Interestingly, the hydrocarbons can form into rings as well, called aromatic hydrocarbons, with benzene as a common example. It has 6 carbons in a ring with alternating double bonds, giving it a very stable structure. In fact, the stability and how much energy each hydrocarbon contains depends entirely on their structures. In general, short chains form gases, such as methane, medium chains form liquids, such as crude oil, and long chains form solids, such as wax and fat. Not only do the length of the hydrocarbon matter, their bonds also determine how reactive they are. Most alkanes are very stable, since the carbon is linked to the most amount of hydrogen atoms possible. We refer to those hydrocarbons as saturated. Meanwhile, an unsaturated hydrocarbon will contain double and triple bonds, since those bonds are taking up space that could have been reserved for another hydrogen atom. This makes them less stable than saturated hydrocarbons, since double and triple bonds tend to be more reactive. As a side note, this is why unsaturated fat, such as avocados, is healthier than saturated fat, such as cookies. Because unsaturated fats are more unstable, they are easier for our body to digest, whereas saturated fats are too stable to be digested effectively. Lastly, the longer a hydrocarbon chain is, the more stable it is, since it will require more energy to break it apart. However, if the chain has many branches, it will be less stable compared to a chain that's just a straight line. Because the carbohydrogen bonds are so stable, they release a lot of energy when we break them. The most effective way to harness the energy is through a chemical process called combustion, or burning. When we combine hydrocarbons with oxygen, the carbon-hydrogen bonds break to form carbon dioxide and water, leaving behind tons of heat in the process. This is why most of the car exhaust is made up of carbon dioxide and water vapor. Since shorter chains are less stable than longer ones, we use them in our engines as they burn easier and produce energy faster. We use the longer chains to make asphalt for paved roads and plastic for everything else as they are very stable and unreactive. And there we have it. Hydrocarbons are molecules made up of entirely hydrogen and carbon atoms, most commonly found in fossil fuels. The amount of bonds, length, branching, and shape affect how stable and reactive they are, with the longer ones being more inert. And because they are so stable, they release a lot of energy when they are burned, producing large amounts of carbon dioxide in the process. However, most combustion engines are very inefficient, as most of the heat produced is lost. So despite the usefulness of hydrocarbons, there is a growing interest in using alternatives such as biofuels and renewable sources. I hope that y'all have learned something interesting today. Thank you for your time and stay hydrated.